The traffic on Third Mainland Bridge crawled like a tired snake. Horns blared, buses smoked, and hawkers shouted through the noise. Amora sat in the back of a taxi, watching the sunset fade behind high-rise buildings. Her phone buzzed again, the fifth message from her boss that evening. "Boss, Amora, where are you? The investor meeting starts in 10 minutes. She sighed. "Lagos will not kill me," she muttered. At 26, Amora worked as a junior analyst at Goldline Consulting, one of the top firms in Victoria Island. Her salary barely covered rent and transport, but she had dreams, big ones. She wanted to start her own business one day. She wanted her parents in Enugu to be proud. When she finally arrived at the office, the meeting was over. Her boss, Mr. Chris, gave her a sharp look. "You are talented, Amora," he said, "but Lagos doesn't wait for latecomers." She apologized and promised to do better. But deep down, she felt like she was running a race with no finish line. That Friday, Amora joined her friend Tenny at a rooftop lounge in Lekki. The city sparkled below, traffic lights, laughter, and loud Afrobeats. "You work too much," Tenny said. "Relax small. Enjoy life." Amora smiled weakly. "Enjoyment costs money," she replied. While they talked, a man walked up to their table. He was tall, well-dressed, with a calm, confident smile. "Excuse me," he said. "I'm Adrian. You dropped this." He handed Amora her phone. She hadn't even noticed it fall. They talked for hours. Adrian was charming, intelligent, and, according to him, a tech entrepreneur. He listened to Amora's dreams like they mattered. Before leaving, he said, "You have the kind of mind I look for in my team. Let's talk again." A week later, Amora got a message from Adrian. "I have a startup, Finovate. We're building a new finance app. I'd love you to come work with us. Better pay. More freedom." At first, she thought it was a joke. But after a few meetings, she realized he was serious. The offer was 3 times her current salary. Tenny warned her. "Be careful. Big men with big offers sometimes have small truths." But Amora was tired of struggling. She quit her old job and joined Finovate. At first, it was perfect. The office was modern, the pay was good, and Adrian treated her like an equal. He asked her opinion in meetings. He took her to dinners with investors. Then one night, he said quietly, "You remind me of myself when I started. I want you close to me, Amora, not just in business." She froze. "Sir, I respect you, but I don't mix work with that." He smiled. "Think about it." Amora started to notice things. Documents that didn't add up. Client accounts that moved money in strange ways. When she asked questions, Adrian said, "Don't worry about it. Focus on your reports." But she couldn't stop thinking about it. One night, she stayed late at the office and checked the company's internal records. What she found made her heart race: fake investors, ghost accounts, and large sums being transferred abroad. Adrian wasn't running a tech company. He was laundering money. The next morning, she confronted him. "You're lying to people. You're stealing." Adrian didn't get angry. He just smiled coldly. "You think you can expose me? You signed a confidentiality clause. If you talk, you go down too." Amora realized the truth, that her name was on the reports. He had used her to make the transactions look clean. For 3 nights, Amora couldn't sleep. Her rent was due. Her parents were expecting money. And now, she might go to jail for a crime she didn't commit. Tenny came to her small apartment. "You can't stay silent," she said. "But you need proof." So, Amora went back to the office after hours. She copied files, bank logs, and emails onto a flash drive. She hid it inside her shoe. As she left the building, Adrian's security guard stopped her. "Madam, Oga said you should see him." Her heart pounded. She followed the guard to Adrian's office. He sat behind his desk, smiling as usual. You've been busy, he said. Looking for something. She kept quiet. He stood, walked closer, and said softly, "You're smart, Amora. That's why I liked you. But curiosity is dangerous." She met his eyes and said, "So is greed." Before he could reply, her phone buzzed, a message from Tenny, "I'm outside with the police. Don't move." Adrian's smile faded. Blue lights flashed through the office window. The next few days were a blur. Police raided Finovate's office and seized computers. Adrian was arrested. The news called it one of Lagos' biggest financial scandals. Amora was questioned, but she had proof of her innocence, the files she saved. She lost her job, but not her peace. She moved back to a smaller apartment and started volunteering with a youth business group, teaching young women how to start small, honest businesses. One evening, as she packed up after a workshop, a woman approached her. "I saw you on the news," the woman said. "They called you the girl who brought down a fraudster." "Thank you." Amora smiled for the first time in months. "I just did what was right." A year later, Amora started her own small consulting firm, Trueline Solutions. She had 2 employees, a small office in Ikeja, and a long list of dreams. One day, while setting up for a client meeting, she looked out the window at the busy Lagos street below, cars honking, people rushing, street vendors shouting. She remembered Adrian's smile, her boss's words, the fear, the noise, the pain, and how she had survived it all. "Lagos doesn't wait for latecomers," she whispered, smiling. "But it rewards those who stand tall." The wind from the sea blew through the window, lifting her hair. Somewhere outside, the city roared, loud, dangerous and alive. And Amora, stronger than before, whispered to herself, "Tomorrow starts with courage."